Hello. So, what do I eat in a week or in a day in order to lose weight? So this is what I'm going to be talking about. Uh, what I do, I don't take gluten at all. I don't take anything that is made with wheat. I don't take any carbohydrates like the polished carbohydrates like rice or gali. I do take complex carbohydrates such as arrowroot or ngwashe. Arrowroot is ndoma. I avoid ngwashe because it still has a lot of sugar. That's why it's a sweet potato. And I am on a cleanse. Let me say I'm on a cleanse where I'm avoiding all sorts of gluten, and I will show you how the effects or the outcomes of avoiding carbohydrates for a period of 6 weeks. So I am a new mom. I'm postpartum. I gained a lot of weight. At some points I didn't feel like myself. I was like, this is too much weight. I don't feel good. When I look in the mirror, I don't feel good. My arms and my face had become a little bit flabby. But since I started by reducing the quantity of carbohydrates that I took, and then I eventually just did away with them completely, and the effects or the outcome has been amazing. As you can see, I'm in a very nice dress. I would not fit in this dress. This was my, that dress you hang in the wardrobe and you're like, the moment I fit into that, I know I have lost weight. So even before I tell you what I eat, let me just tell you some of the effects that are very, very noticeable once I stopped taking gluten and reduced the amount of carbohydrates that I took. Number one, my energy levels increased a lot, by way more. And the reason behind this is when you're not supplying your body with glucose or carbohydrates on a constant basis, the body itself works to release the stored energy in form of glucogen or glucagon and the stored fats. So the body itself, so that it can achieve a level of balance, it will find energy from other sources if you are not eating carbohydrates or putting in carbohydrates into your body. So when there are no carbohydrates coming in, the body itself will find its own mechanisms to release energy from stored sources. The easiest stored source of glucose is called glucogen or glucagon, and insulin will be released and it will act to break down those stored forms of glucogen. There is also fat, so it will also pull fat from the stored forms and it will work on them to release energy. So I found that even without eating carbohydrates, my energy levels were way up, right? So number two, I found that my hormones were were balanced. In this sense, of course, my periods came back from around week 6 postpartum. I was able to notice my periods, and initially they were a bit heavy, but now they have stabilized and they are just regular. For one, I don't have painful cramps. Which is a sign that my hormones are well balanced. Of course, changing my dietary habits came with a lot of exercising, so I have combined those two: exercise and a diet that is very low carbohydrate diet, such that I'm able to lose the extra fat but still keep my muscle tone. My muscle tone has not changed. So I found that my periods have become regular and well balanced, which means my hormones are good. I've also noticed that I don't have mood swings. I don't have periods of low energy. It's like I'm on a sustained scale that is very, very I feel good. I have good energy most times, and that energy lasts throughout the day. Sometimes when you eat a food that is high in carbohydrates, you get a sugar spike. Like your sugars go up, then after 2 or 3 hours they spike. But with the diet that I'm following, I'm able to sustain a very good energy level. That means my sugar levels are balanced because one, I'm not taking simple carbohydrates. I'm not even taking that much of complex carbohydrates. I'm on a balanced or sustained energy conversion. The body is having a balanced and sustained energy conversion rate, okay, or my metabolic rate is very balanced. Number three, I noticed that my face is getting better. Let me show you a close-up. My face is getting very, very good. The lighting is not so good. Let me turn this way. Yes. So my face has gotten better over time. When I was pregnant, so now you are able to see my face. So you can see it is very clear. I had black spots and pimples when I was pregnant, but since giving birth and balancing out my carbohydrate intake, one thing I have found is that my skin has gotten better and better. I am actually glowing. Cool. So those are three things that I have noticed that are very easy, or that are very easy to notice. The fourth thing is that I'm able to do more exercise and even take more water because I'm not overfeeding on carbohydrates. So I have more energy, my hormones are balanced, and my moods are good. I don't have mood swings. I'm able to have my skin is clear, my nails are growing well, my hair is growing well, as you can see. This is just simple lines that have been done. And then I'm able to sustain exercises for a longer period. Before, I would even get tired just doing exercises for 15 minutes. Now I can go for 45 minutes to 1 hour. So I have better energy levels. And of course, my physical fitness have improved. I have lost a lot of weight over the past 6 weeks. That's what I've noticed. Now let's get into what do I eat if I'm not eating gluten, I'm not eating carbohydrates. So number one, I eat oats. The first way that I make oats is oatmeal, where I boil the oats. Once I boil some water, then I put the oats in the boiled water. Then I let them boil again for a few minutes to form a paste or uji. Then that uji, I'll just add some fruits, a few nuts, and honey. Then that becomes my oatmeal. Very easy to prepare, takes less than 15 minutes, and it's a very filling food. So oats is one of the things that I have started eating, and I have enjoyed eating it over the last 6 weeks. So oats is something that you can also add to your diet, and I hope that you will get the same effect outcome that I've gotten. You know, you enjoy oats more than you would any form of carbohydrate. Oats can also be made into pancakes. You just meal them, like you put them in a blender or a grinder, and you meal it into flour. Then you use that flour to make oats, to make pancakes, oat pancakes, the same way you would make normal pancakes. So you add some baking powder, you add an egg, a banana, you add your vanilla essence, just the same way you make normal pancakes, but now you're using oat flour as opposed to wheat flour. Okay, so this is mostly for breakfast. So that breakfast option when using oats is granola. Granola is where you mix the oats with some seeds and nuts, like you can put cashew nuts, you can put almonds, you can put walnuts, you can put seeds such as pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, chia seeds, and maybe flax seeds, any types of seeds that you have. Then from there, you can add coconut flakes, you can add raisins, and then to hold it all together, you add peanut butter and honey. That's one option. You can also add honey and oil. That's another option, okay? Then you just mix them all together. You put them on a baking tray and you put them in the oven to cook. If you haven't seen how I make my granola, check out a video that I have attached on the right hand corner where I made granola and then we served it with some homemade Greek yogurt. Okay, so granola is another option that you can take for breakfast. You can also add rolled oats. Rolled oats are a bit softer. Then you add some milk, some fruits, and some honey. This one now, it's called overnight oats. You don't bake and you don't boil. So you just add oats, honey, some fruits, and milk or yogurt in a jar. You cover it. then you put it in the fridge overnight or for 12 or more hours, then in the morning you serve it. That overnight oat, it's usually very sweet because the oats now have softened and they are easy to eat. Again, it has a very nice energy supply that is sustainable throughout the day. Okay, so oats is one thing that I eat. Number two, for carbohydrates, say now it's for lunch, I take something like pumpkins. I take arrowroot stew, like stew. Instead of putting potatoes, I put arrowroots. I put green bananas. That's another very good option. Remember, I'm substituting carbohydrates, the simple carbohydrates like ugali, rice, bread, cakes, and the like, chapati, and the like. So I use complex carbohydrate like ndoma, green bananas, pumpkins, cassava to make my stews, or whatever, to substitute the simple carbohydrates that I have been consuming before. All right. Now you may say that, Jessica, I want evidence to show that you have really lost weight. So look at my dress, look at my tummy, and I'm not wearing any, what is it called, waist trainers. It has greatly reduced. Before this, I would look as if I'm pregnant, but now it has greatly reduced, and I'm able to wear such a dress. Okay. So that's how the dress looks. And yeah, also my bum has grown. So not eating gluten and reducing my carbohydrates intake for the last 6 weeks has toned me down. Of course, this is paired up with gym and drinking a lot of water. I am encouraging you, why don't you try just doing away with carbohydrates, doing away with gluten for a period of 6 weeks. And to this, I'm inviting you to a Glow Up Gut Cleanse Challenge. A Glow Up Gut Cleanse Challenge. It's a 6-week challenge where you will learn how to help or heal your gut and help you lose weight in a sustainable way, whereby we will be eliminating simple carbohydrates from our diet, but bulking up on complex carbohydrates, and then going ahead and introducing fermented foods. Let me tell you about fermented foods. So when I talk about fermented foods, I'm referring to something as simple as fermented porridge. When we were pregnant, I was brought for fermented porridge by some of my aunts. In Kikuyu, we call it oshoroamu kio. Okay, it's very sweet. It's made with, I don't even know how it's made. I'm not sure, but I know it's fermented porridge, and it's very good for breast milk production. That is one. We are going to look at fermented foods such as mala, mulsik, we look at kefa, we look at kombucha, we look at pineapple peel tea, we will look at hibiscus tea and how you can make these things and why they are good for your gut. So look out for the Glow Up Gut Cleanse Challenge. It's a 6-week challenge. We will be, it's a paid challenge where you will be paying $1,500 for it at a discounted rate if you pay early bird. The normal rate will be $3,000. So I'll be giving a 50% discount to the first 50 people who register. The first 50 people to register for the Glow Up Gut Cleanse Challenge with Malkia Nutrition, you'll get a 50% discount where you'll pay $1,500 instead of the normal fee of $3,000. Then I'll be sharing the material on what to do on a day-to-day basis, a weekly basis. Then at the end of the week, we do a check-in to see how we are doing, and then we go to week 2. We continue with the challenge and what you are supposed to do. There will be a journal for what you will do every day, and then at the end of the 6 weeks, we will see what habits have we transformed, because now already our knowledge will be transformed. So what have we changed in our diet? Which foods have we incorporated? And these fermented foods are things that you can include for the whole family. So you don't have to feel like, now what will happen to everyone else if I'm just the one taking the fermented drinks? No, children can take kefa. It just have to be controlled. Children take mala, children take mulsik, children take homemade Greek yogurt. So all these things they are good for the whole family because they are improving the gut microbiome by giving it healthy. It's just giving your gut healthy flora that now line the interior part of your gut or small intestines and large intestines. Okay, so look out for the glow up challenge. If you're watching this video, pay for it now when the discount is applicable, because 1 week to the challenge, this challenge will be in June, towards the end of June. 1 week to the challenge, we will the discount will be off and it will be up to the normal rates. Okay, so look out for that. How you can pay: you just use the pay bill number 303030 and the account number is 204 730 0706 for Malkia Nutrition. Ideally, you can just reach out to us on our contact number 0798 907 154, which I'll put here. It's a Kenyan number. Then we will guide you on how you pay for the challenge. All right, so looking forward to seeing you on the other side in the challenge, in the glow up challenge. Look at how Malkia is looking. This is my natural face. There is no filter. I can tell you for sure I'm glowing. My scalp, I forgot to say, my scalp cleared out. I had a lot of dandruff, but my scalp has cleared out. I'm so happy with the results of avoiding gluten and lowering my carbohydrates intake over the last 6 weeks. You can see even, can you see you can almost see my cheekbones, and my face is now getting more angular. But I say this is a combination of diet, physical exercise, and a lot of hydration, and also good sleep. All right, so see you on the other side. Bye bye.